The Handles tool here on the Curves tab of the Animation Toolbox is a simple little tool for solving a pretty common animation problem. Here we have a camera and it's just animated rather poorly, doing this little bounce thing along here. What's important to note, however, is how it is animated and the fact that we have used Bezier handles here. Now, Bezier handles are great. You can just adjust them and, pull them around like this to, of course, create the amount of swing or overshoot or whatnot that you want in a given motion or at a given frame. But many animators find them a little tiresome and time consuming to work with because of the lack of any ability to bulk edit them. Most commonly, the problem is if you're trying to create a smooth, curved motion where of course there is action on 2 or more channels, then you need to try and get your Beziers to have their handles pointed the same amount to the same degree and so on, so that the 2 curves will match one another, or alternatively so that they will oppose one another. And trying to eyeball that in the graph editor is a bit tricky. Thus, we have this numeric panel on the Animation Toolbox that allows us to set that. All you have to do is go to a frame where you want to adjust the Bezier handles and throw the mini sliders. You'll see that you have a rise in, rise out option like that keeps them all high or low to the same amount. Run in, run out, which dictates how far they are pulled, and of course the same here on the other side like that, keeping them all synced with one another. It is, of course, like other areas of the Animation Toolbox, channel selection aware, so if I turn off the Y there, then we can see that I'm only affecting the X and Z Bezier handles for the current frame. This way, if I were wanting to have 2 channels, perhaps the X and Y staged so as they were directly opposite to one another, then I could set them to the desired position for one channel like this, turn off the one I'm wanting to keep, in this case let's say the Y, and just invert the value on the other channel like that. The multiplier here simply affects how potent the tool is, or rather how sensitive it is to the adjustments that you make on the mini slider. And that's the Handles tool. Just a quick, simple little fix to get people around that one common problem that they tend to have when operating on Bezier splines.